What's up? You know, music portion, wake up show. Thought we'd
Oh,
give
you
you
awake, right?
oh, you awake.
So, I
It's not
guess.
wake up. We're not doing wake up no more. It's oh, you awake. Yeah.
Uh,
You know what I mean? That's what we
so,
hitting up.
we have a project coming out. It's a conscious project, or it's more conscious than our last project, and it's called Akai, which basically means one.
Oneness. One.
And this is volume one of this, so we have a lot of these coming pretty soon. Um, and I wanted to get into some of the hip hop culture things that we have been experiencing in our career. Uh, as you know, we are, 6-time ballot Grammy nominees, 2013, 2014. We've been on and off within the industry, depending on how we feel for a couple years now. So it's some things that we see that just like in corporate America, just like in the streets, rubs you the wrong way. And just gonna speak on it a little teeny bit, right?
First thing I want to talk about is glorifying gang culture. Within the hip hop community or music community. It's Nate. And what I mean by that is Nate. Understandably so, you talk about your experiences in music. That's just what life is. You talk about your experiences in music. But not every black artist or every artist of color has to talk about the same experiences.
Yeah, what do you mean by experiences, man? Like, elaborate a little bit more.
It
So what do
seems
you mean
like
by the gang culture?
the gang culture, Nate.
Let's start with that. Gang culture.
Violence, murder, rape, whatever the fuck. All the negativity that
Getting
comes.
jumped.
All the negativity that's displayed
Fighting.
in the low income communities,
Drugs.
specifically the black communities. That's all that's glorified. The violence, the hate, the hatred that we have for one another within the black communities.
The drugs, the drug using, the drug dealing, the cheating, the adultery, the killing.
Everything negative. It's nothing positive that's shown from the black community. But you go into these pop artists or these other genres, you don't hear none of that shit. You hear them their love laws, their love stories, them coming of age, that type of shit. But you don't hear nothing about them and their little meth issues, or they have daddy issues or parent issues. They have.
Oh, I want to kill you. I shoot you in the head. You look at me and step on my shoes. So we come from East Baltimore, right? We came up in Chapel Hill Projects on East Baltimore. That's Wolf Street, North Washington Street, Fayette Street, all in those areas. We grew up in the heart of every single project from Perkins, Somerset, Lafayette, down the hill, up the hill. All the fucking projects in the areas.
Another project that nobody names is John Hopkins.
Exactly. The ones that actually been experimenting on this knowingly and unknowingly, specifically in Chapel Hill, for example. We'll get to that in a minute.
That's another video.
Yeah, I guess.
That's another video.
But basically, we grew up in that shit. We lost almost all of our friends in that shit. If anybody know about Baltimore, motherfuckers shoot head first to kill. We made it out of there. It was like a jail. We almost got killed multiple times. Multiple times. Why the fuck would we want to continue to talk about drugs, sex, murdering? Why? And some of these, not all of them, because of course we had the ones who have common sense, but some of these executives, like it was one executive from Tom whatever, dude was like, I love y'all songs, I love y'all energy, I love y'all performance. Why y'all gotta talk about things that's uplifting? Why can't y'all talk about drugs, murdering, killing, gang culture? Are you serious?
And no one really knows
why black people have to be the ones doing that.
They'll fuck around and get a white person. They'll get a white person to come and just to
Spanish or whatever, but he's damn sure is white. You want to ask me?
I don't care about that. But what I do care about is the that we don't even understand what the gang culture came about. You know, within our communities back in the 60s, 70s, and somewhere in the 80s, it was about unifying our people because we just came out of Jim Crow. We just came out of the plantations. We just came out of all this crazy racism, you know? And our unification was our gang. We wasn't killing one another. You know, of course you're going to have your quarrels between whatever. That's in every racial group.
Yeah.
Of course you're going to have that.
At
but
those times,
we would never glorify the shit. We would never glorify. We would always stand up for our brother before we stand up for any other race. And guess what they did? They came in, they infiltrated, and they broke it up, and they gave you gang culture that you know of today.
that's you have in your music. So people look at us like, why y'all not talking about drugs? I lost my uncle to drugs. We lost so many friends to drugs. Why would we talk about something that's going to kill in that way? Why would we glorify it? If we're going to talk about drugs, we're going to talk about it for you not to do it.
And we're gonna give you a different perspective. You already, Nate, if you lived it, you know it. You know it.
You're not going to
I'm talking to the
glorify
artists
it.
right now. You know it. If you lived it, you know exactly what happens.
Exactly.
You know exactly how it makes everyone feel. You know how you feel. You know how you felt. You felt like a fucking animal in a damn cage, literally, because you were.
With no bars
Matter of
around
fact,
you.
you are to this day. Just like Deontay Wilder say, to this day, be still enslaved, still in captivity. You say we feeling the animals. You wanna know what? You were animals. You was on a fucking plantation till this day. So just think about that.
Exactly.
Think about that when you say gang culture. When you say, whatever. Just take it a step further. Talk about the challenges. If you're going to talk about one side, just like Pimp C said, you're going to talk about one side, talk about all of it. That's all I want. Talk about all of it.
And the sad thing about it is, it's like sometimes our things we style, it's not common sense to us. And then you have two sides of the coin. The other side is we're not being conscious enough for some people. And then the other side in the industry is we're not glorifying gang culture. So it's like, pick your poison. Why can't people dance to have fun, not to go home and cheat? Why can't people have successful relationships? All people. Why can't we talk about that in our music? Oh, you like more than one woman? Be polygynous. Oh, no, man, I'd rather you talk about cheating, bro. What? I'd rather you talk about committing adultery on your wife, bro. I'd rather you say, I'm sorry for cheating. Make a song about that.
You see, it's a lot of fake. It's a lot of fakeness, yo. It's a lot of people that's fake. You know, we are not fake. We can't be. You know, it's not within our sign, our zodiac, nothing. What you get from us is 100% genuine. That's it. You know, I'm not going to make speakers about something in my music or my speeches in my life that I can't relate to. You know, and they being overly conscious, or being overly fucking wicked. No, I'm a balanced individual. I have dark and I have light in me. You know, that's what a shadow is. A shadow is how does a shadow produce? From light. Yeah. It produces darkness. That's a balance. You got to understand yourself.
You can't get light without the dark.
And a lot of people
remember that, because if you have all light, who will know you shining?
But you know, this is
so our project is coming out. It's called a Clyde.
And oneness, baby.
You know,
yeah.
One thing we're talking about a lot nowadays is true oneness.
Unity, community.
You know, oneness with God, oneness with each other, oneness in your relationships, oneness with your brothers and your sisters, oneness in your family, oneness with your friends. If you don't feel that true oneness, then you're not together. And in this project, we cussing. We using profanity. We coming straight at people's necks. Because guess what? Ain't nobody else out there doing it like this.
And I would say this project...
There's only a very few that is.
This project is very poetic. And it will go into a level that, will surprise many. It's very different, and its approach is very intimate. So, and it's real. It's not fake. It's not gonna be for everyone.
No.
It's not gonna be for everyone, but the people that listen and really take it in, they're gonna love it. It's a freaking, it's a fucking classic. It's amazing.
It is.
And I'm not saying that to pump it up because we made it, but it just is what it is. I felt it. It's really heartfelt, and I believe a lot of people will get something out of it. So when it comes out, 6/3 next month, the 3rd Wednesday. Make sure y'all check it out, and make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. We gonna be giving y'all that raw information that y'all need to hear. Definitely in this time.
Yeah, I mean, it's time for us to speak, so we're gonna speak. We've been behind the scenes for a long time in our music career, and everything we do, we've been behind the scenes, and we kind of go back and forth because that's the name of our group, the Shadows. We are always behind the scenes. We are the influencer for a lot of your artists that's out here now. Bad Girl, throw the artists out there. We had it prior to that. Somebody that we know, ain't gonna put his name out there, but sold the idea to the artist that you hear the song, and you can go and Google the song. We have so many people that shadow follow us, try to take our motivational speeches, what we say, what we've written in our books, so forth and so on, but they don't want to give us credit. But that's fine. That's cool. But now it's time for us to put ourselves out there.
No, it's not cool. No, it's not cool.
Yeah, you're right. It's not cool.
What's cool about it is, they felt something from the words that we had spoken. But what's not cool is just to
try to say and make yourself a motivational speaker now.
Or whatever.
Ain't gonna put that dude name out there that did that. But y'all should just do your research. You'll see it. Yeah.
Just be real, man. Just be real. Just be who you are. Stop faking who you are. Because at the end of the day, it's going to be tiring. It's hard to live a persona your whole life.
Yeah. And within this type of business, people are always trying to come up on themselves. Even the ones that are already up there. They'll take from the little guys, even from the big guys, but they will take just to put more food on their table, even if they're taking food from somebody else's table. We don't operate like that. We don't think like that. We're still eating. We're eating fine because the Most High increases us all the time. So people steal from us. They steal our words. They steal our song concepts. They steal even the producer. Help develop. But it's cool because it's cool and it's not cool. Just like my brother said.
That's because from the dark produces light. So you know what that means, right?
Exactly. So if people want to continue to steal our words, we just hope y'all steal the spirit of them. Truly change. Don't just steal stuff to put food on your table. Truly change, because we saw our life flash before our eyes multiple times. And that will cause any sane person to do some real deep spiritual self-reflection. Not to sell out just so I can have a Lamborghini, so I can have this nice steak on my plate. The Most High's going to increase you anyway. We are perfect examples of that. So just know that.
All right, stay up, man. I don't want to make this video too long.
Albums dropping.
6/3.
Akai.
Subscribe.
Y'all be saying more from us.
Sure.
And check out our new YouTube channel that he just said subscribe to.